What's up, guys? I figured I'd do a little video, a short video to be brief on my three best sources. And right now, that can change drastically, but I just wanted to let y'all know what I think is my current top three as it stands today and probably in the next several months. You all likely know who these people are, but my number one has become my number three, and my number two has recently risen to that number two. And of course, all of us should have some niche um, content creators that have very specific information on their specific niche, right? Like if you have someone that delves deeper into the spirituality of Christianity, but they fulfill a particular niche, that all makes sense. Those are all sideline characters, but they contribute to the whole of your perception. I want to let y'all know my current top three because if you aren't tuning into these people, you are missing out on a huge atmosphere of truth that can truly, really allow you to pull the veil down and see reality for what it truly is. Now, like I said, my number three has become, or my number one has become my number three as of late. But for many of you, my number three should be your number one because this person, and I started tuning in since 2016, has been on the money every single time. The reason that I have been able to truly know what was going on from future events to events of tomorrow to a much better articulated version of the past historically, this person has been great. And any person that we know is attacked excessively by mainstream media is saying something inherently true, right? So they're attacking them for a good reason because our enemies, let's face it, they're all in the quote unquote mainstream. That would be like your CNN, your Fox, your MSNBC. All of that's legacy media, and it's really not even going to be mainstream very, very soon. They're losing drastically. Joe Rogan already has them beat by millions upon millions of viewers. They just simply sit there because everyone has realized their true purpose, which is to sow a certain agenda into the minds of the population. But anyways, to get down to it, my number three, which for you guys that might be your number one, is Alex Jones. No other than the man that says tomorrow's news today, and there couldn't be anything more true than that. Alex Jones has been on the money since I've been tuning in. He's saved many people's lives during COVID, right? I can only say so much with that regard, but he's been right about so much, and the media pinpoints certain things that he's been wrong on, like Sandy Hook, for example, and January 6th. He hasn't even been wrong for January 6th, but they're trying to frame him. He is a great source of information for politics, and he's also very vocal about when he's preaching, right, from his Christian side. But he's actually extremely knowledgeable. He's a wealth of knowledge, almost autistic with his level of knowledge, how he's described his thought process of a stream that's constantly going, and he's trying to catch up and grab his thoughts and put it together and articulate it into this mass, bombastic Alex Jones rant. But he's fantastic, and a lot of his co-hosts, a lot of the people that are on InfoWars as well, are incredible, absolutely intelligent individuals. And that leads to my number two, none other than Jay Dyer. So Jay Dyer is a lesser known individual, but he's starting to become mainstream in the internet realm. He's already kind of mainstream to a lot of people because he just recently was put on Timcast on YouTube, which is basically a shill organization on YouTube that doesn't talk about the ultimate truths because they fear for their life. But you come to find out that a lot of the people that are still on YouTube that aren't really talking to the absolute truth, those are people that are more oriented towards making money than they are revealing ultimate truth. But anyways, he was on Timcast recently, and it was such a waste of time. It was like surface level drivel of nonsense. They were talking about, first of all, Jay Dyer is an intellectual heavyweight. You don't want to waste him on a platform like that unless you're just trying to let people know who's the boss. I mean, Jay Dyer knows his stuff. Like all of the books in the background on his podcast, he's read all of them. He's got sticky notes layered throughout all of these books. He is a wealth of knowledge, truly an intellectual heavyweight, and he's a member of the Orthodox faith. And he's an American that's come through many different phases of Christianity. I'm pretty sure he started with some kind of evangelical baptism or Baptist church and moved into Catholicism at some point and has finally found a home in Orthodoxy. But he can articulate his points so well in debates. I haven't actually seen a debate that he has lost. I would challenge anyone, any intellectual heavyweight, to go against Jay Dyer in the realm of debating over truth. Jay Dyer isn't someone that strikes me as like, oh, he's just entertaining because he has quick, witty comments during a debate, or he's just insulting the other person and that's entertaining. His actual goal in these debates isn't victory, it's the pursuit of ultimate truth. Individuals like Destiny, the omni liberal, this guy on the left that is actually a complete imbecile, he is a person that basically self proclaims himself as a great debater. And this guy is someone that loses all the time to intellectual heavyweights. He just got embarrassed on Jordan Peterson. He talked to Ben Shapiro recently. Really interesting that those two happened for him. But nonetheless, this guy's been proven to be an imbecile. Even Joe Rogan called him out, saying that he's being shown for his true intellectual capabilities. But this is a person that seeks victory rather than truth. He will name call, demean, and use these sly tactics in order to win. Because you see, he only seeks to be the highest public figure in the town square of the community of speakers on the internet, or in real life, rather. But in doing so, he doesn't care about the ultimate truth. He doesn't care about it. And his personal life reflects his character and his values. But Jay seeks the ultimate truth. He's a wealth of knowledge in not just the Orthodox Church, Christianity as a whole. I would say he's the number one candidate for that position of that information. But he is a co-host on InfoWars. He has his own channel on YouTube. He's obviously on Band.video, and he has a wealth of knowledge on the esoteric occult and the type of things that Alex himself is an expert in. So he is truly the most intellectual heavyweight we have. I can't even think of a worthy debate for him. Ben Shapiro wouldn't even be a worthy debate for him. That's someone I once considered as the most intelligent conservative, but now with our current understanding of the rabbinic people, I would say otherwise, especially with Ben Shapiro and his cult following of supposed conservative Christians. Once you start looking into rabbinic Judaism, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense for you to pour all of your support into the Daily Wire, or Ben Shapiro, rather. So anyways, that moves into our number one position. Our number one position is very important right now because he is speaking the absolute, well, when I say absolute truths, I'm typically talking about Jesus Christ, the Son of God. But with this truth, it's more so an uncomfortable truth, right? Like an ultimate red pill. This individual is someone that speaks to Jewish power, the current conversation of the town square that is the no, don't talk about that type of conversation. This is no other than Nick J. Fuentes. He is my number one position because he is revealing what is actually being said in the Talmud, which is a Jewish text that the rabbinic Jewish people follow, as well as the Kabbalah, an esoteric spiritual text that is read hand in hand with that rabbinic Jewish faith. Mainstream, by the way. This is the mainstream Jewish faith. The majority of the Jews that live in the world live in New York City. Secondly, Israel. More Jews live in the United States than they do in Israel. And he's speaking to the power that's actually making the plays in the United States. These Jewish companies, not just the companies, but organizations that have political sway and are the very reason that our country is so financially and spiritually invested in Israel, runs very deep. And he is speaking finally to the mainstream. I said it before, the Overton window is shifting. Truly, Nick Fuentes is shifting that drastically. He just got put back on X, where he is now able to have conversations with more mainstream people with regards to the internet public square. This is incredible news because finally we are seeing people catch up to where we've been. Some of us have been years ago with regards to stopping these typical rhino conservatives in their spiritual understanding of saying, well, the Jews are God's chosen people, so we really shouldn't talk negatively on them, versus now understanding that we've been manipulated by Jews in our government and their connection to Israel, right? So as nationalists, we should support the United States first and foremost, not Israel. So that is currently the no conversation. And I must say, for me, that's even on the surface level of it, really. And some of you guys know what I'm talking about, but we'll leave it at that. So these are our top three. These are my top three. They're fantastic right now, and they're due to change. But hey, these are a great top three. Dissident right figures. So yeah, check them out if you don't know them, and y'all have a great day.
That's destiny. That's will. That's striving. That's being a trailblazer, an explorer, going into space, mathematics, quantum mechanics, the secrets of the universe. It's all there. Life is fiery with its beauty. It's incredible detail. Tuning into it. They want to shatter your mind talking about Justin